So I'm kind of making a start on the hull. I've watched a few online contributors to make this a little bit easier, I suppose, and better to understand. So do it in sections. First job is to get the area clean, really, of dirt that's on the surface. And I've been using this Starbright hull cleaner, which is quite a good product actually. You do need to wear gloves with it. It's quite aggressive. These decals on here, I'm hoping to replace those with similar, but you can see the number of scratches that's on there. It's had a bit of a hard time, but this is the port side, so going to be slightly worse than the other side. There's a lot of, on the back of this boat, there seems to be lots of like all these little black marks. I don't know whether it's from flies and stuff like that and it's just baked on or what it is really, but I'm going to divide it up with tape like this, which I've seen people do online. This boat's not bad in places. It's probably worse midway down the side of the hull. I was going to machine sand this with some like 1200 grit, but for this trip to my boat I've not been able to get any in time, so I've got some 1000 grit this morning, so I'm just going to give it a light rub with that. And then I've got two different grades of polish from Mink Metal, and we'll give that a go. So first thing I've done is just decided on an area to do. Put some masking tape down. I've give that a clean with some hull cleaner, and then because I'm going to use emery cloth, I need to wash that off. I've got this spray bottle with just a tiny amount of fairy liquid in, so I'm just going to wash that hull cleaner off because I don't really want any of that remaining. I have actually got my portable pump up shower in the van, and it's what I used when I was here the other week getting rid of the limescale. There were fenders left on the outside of this boat and they can leave marks. Probably wrap it round this block and just see how this goes. I only want to give a light go with this really. So I'm wetting that. I think I will get my... So what that is oxidised gel coat. Tell you what though, it's got all the black marks off. Okay. That is a lot better, and it feels smooth. So that's a quick pass over by hand with 1000 grit, and already I can feel the difference with that. So what I'm going to do now is get set up with the polisher. So I've got a problem with my radio mic connecting now. Don't you just love technology? It never works when you want it to. So clean this down, give it a quick sand with 1000, and it's feeling a lot better. It's also totally clean. Give it a quick wet, and then I've loaded my pad up with a new product I've just got, which is Mink Metal Coarse. I've put plenty on there, and basically I don't want to start that with that on there because it'll just fling it off. So just basically wipe it all over the area that you're going to do, and then so I've gone up and down, and now I'm going to go across up and down again. So you do the area that you're polishing, like to copy a search pattern, and it's just to keep consistency. Don't just wander your pad all over like that. Use a consistent pattern to evenly cover the whole panel. You can see some of the blue on there, which is oxidized coating from the blue stripe. This area really don't feel that bad, so I'm going to give it a medium fine coat now. Again, just spread the compound all over the panel. And then same again. Okay, so I've just gone over once more with the medium fine mink metal, wipe that off, and that feels really good actually. There's quite a bit of reflection in there. It's a lot harder to tell with a white boat than with a coloured boat. The video I saw online was a guy with a green boat, and the difference that you can see there is incredible. However, if I look at this and this, that's night and day. So what I'm going to do now, this is a product I got which I used on my Wayfarer. My Wayfarer was in no way oxidised, but it had just not been polished for a lot of years, but it doesn't sit in the water. This does, or has. So I'm going to give a once over with that, and then one final product, which I will do now because it seals the gel coat, and that's what we're after doing. Just a light spray, because this product is quite liquid, whereas the mink metal isn't. So we'll load the pad up with this. So this is the final product I'm going to use, and this is Starbright Marine Polish. It says to give this another coat in I think it's something like 30 days. Whether I'll get to do that or not, I don't know. This is also this product which you used before this one. This one does say that it cleans and seals in one step. So as I did that with the machine, that is going to partly seal the gel coat, because gel coat's full of millions of holes. I do it with this. I think for me it'll be okay. I'm not going to apply this by machine. I'm just going to do this by hand. I've done the final coat with the finishing wax, and it's really difficult to see on a white boat, but I'm hoping that maybe you can see the reflection of the boats across the road, but maybe you can see the reflection better in the blue. It's very difficult with the camera, and maybe if I had a polarizing lens you could probably see, but I think you can see there's a reflection in there. And then obviously in the white, I'm hoping you can see reflection of like the sky and the boats. If I move to before the green line, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Moving back, you can see the sky, I'm sure. So those are the steps which I've seen and learned from a guy online. It's not a one-stop fix. It takes a little while. The results are pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm gonna probably do the rear, I think now, the transom. Alright, so the tech seems to be working today. It's a beautiful day. Started off a bit cold. How are we doing with the boat? So, I've got up to here. If you can see the line here. So, all down there is polished. Just done this section here. And, oh, that is just like glass. And you can't. I'm guessing you can't hear my hand rub on that with the mic. If I go here, listen to that. So, yeah, once again, like yesterday, it's difficult to show white. Maybe you can see the reflections in the blue, and then the reflections kind of disappear. So yeah, it's going well.